Okay, little absolute value equation we want to solve. Now the key here, you run into one of these, isolate the absolute value. So think of it as parentheses, but it's absolute value symbol. So we want to get this guy all by itself, and then we're going to generate our two equations and solve. So let's do that. I see a lot of silly mistakes with this, so make sure isolate the absolute value. So let's add 9 over. So if I add 9 to both sides, I've got 6 times absolute value 1 minus 5x equals, what we got, 66? Now divide that 6 over, you could do the whole thing, okay? Make sure we get that absolute value by itself. So absolute value 1 minus 5x equals 11. All right, now we're ready to write our two equations. I'll just do this to remind us we're writing two equations. First one's just the positive case. You don't change anything. Just basically get rid of your absolute value. So 1 minus 5x equals 11. The second case, okay, there's different ways we could write it. I'll write it this way just to kind of illustrate. So 1 minus 5x, the opposite of that could equal 11, right? Now, as you get comfortable with these, you know you just bring that negative over and put it right there. And that's usually where I jump to. But that's going to help us maybe as we get into the next thing with inequalities. Now we just solve these two equations. They're very similar steps. And so let's subtract our 1 over. So negative 5x equals 10. Divide our negative 5. Hey, x could equal negative 2. That looks like one of our choices. Same thing here. Subtract. So negative 5x equals negative 12. Now when you divide, you get x equals 12 fifths. And so there are my two choices. That's basically how you solve an absolute value equation. Get that absolute value by itself if it's not already. Solve the equation and you're good to go.